Hello out there and welcome to Sitting Down with Schneider. Today is April 23rd, and today we are going to be sitting down with Liberty High School senior Ava Harbert. Just get Ava in here. And there she is. Hey, Ava, how are you?
How are you?
I'm doing well. I don't know what was the holdup on that or why it wasn't letting you in, but we figured it out. We're so
It's fine.
technologically savvy, aren't we?
You know, it's okay though.
Hey, Ava, before we continue, are you okay with me recording this and putting it on my YouTube channel?
Yes, of course.
Excellent, excellent. So, Ava, the first thing I like to do is have anyone that's watching this video get to know you a little bit. Tell us who you are and what kind of activities you're involved in, things like that.
Okay, so I'm a senior at Liberty High School. I've been involved in the cheer program for the past 4 years, the stunt program for two. I joined leadership the past 2 years, which was one of my favorite parts of going to Liberty. I've been in Lions Crew for 2 years, and I am in the TLC Teaching and Learning Careers Academy, which I really love, and just some other various clubs that helped me meet a lot of new people.
So super involved over at Liberty. Absolutely. So how are you holding up in all this lockdown and everything? Just in general, how's everything going?
I'm pretty good. I'm finding things to keep me busy and distracted, and I'm doing okay.
I was thinking about you in particular with the stunting and just how, you'd put, and not to talk about it to make you upset, but just to talk about something that, you guys had built such a strong program and you still have it. It's not like it's gone, but, the program has gotten so strong in such a quick amount of time. And not being able to compete and do that, have you been keeping in contact with the stunt team and everything? Have you guys, and there's no way to do virtual stunt, is there?
Yeah, no. The stunt team's really strong this year, and so it was sad to see all this happen. But everything happens for a reason, and we're they're just looking forward to next year, and working on what they can do to prepare for next year. So we have to
Right
just
on.
deal with what happens.
I know some events get delayed. There's really no way of delaying the stunt season, right? It's not like they can say, oh, we're going to push it off to a later date. Did it have to be kind of cut and dry canceled?
Yeah, I think about 2 or 3 weeks ago, the Liberty Union High School District, and I think all of Contra Costa, they officially canceled all spring sports. So it was pretty sad to see like every sport at Liberty in the spring have to be canceled, especially for the seniors. It's tough.
Yeah, absolutely. So you mentioned leadership as well. Have you been meeting with anybody within the leadership realm or doing anything leadership wise, um, planning things like that, as far as maybe some stuff that you're hoping to do with maybe a prom or graduation, or have you been in the mix in any of that stuff?
Yeah, so we've been doing Zoom calls with like all the kids, and we're actually working on a project right now which will really improve Liberty. We're working on showing different things that you can do to get involved in certain places for like to look for help, and it should bring us all together, and so I'm really excited for that. But about prom and other activities, we aren't really in the loop about it. It's more administration's dealing with it now, which I mean, it's good because they haven't officially canceled anything yet, and hopefully they just push it back, but we have to be ready for whatever happens.
That reaching out project you mentioned sounds really, really neat. Is that something where you guys are videotaping messages online and someone's like putting it together? Is that how that's working out?
Yeah, so we're doing we're divided into 4 different groups for leadership, and we're doing videos about like like a keyword. And so I'm particularly doing the student store, which is good for, you buy prom tickets there, you buy game tickets, you buy your IDs, and it's just like useful things that maybe not all of Liberty students know about. And so just kind of getting it out there to help other students, especially for next year, because we can't really use those resources anymore this year.
Right, absolutely. So this will be like a video that's put together that people can watch and kind of is like can guide them into the Liberty way then, basically.
Yeah.
That's really cool. I think it's amazing the how you guys are not sitting and saying what we can't do, but what can we do? You know, it's like, okay, here are our parameters. We're locked in place. What can we do to make a difference? And that's just another example. And I love the positive attitude, the way you're attacking that. Hey, so one of the questions I like to ask is when we're in lockdown and we, can't do a lot of the activities we're used to doing. Sometimes people have a chance to reflect, maybe think about stuff. Have you discovered anything about yourself during this lockdown that maybe you didn't know about yourself before?
Yeah, actually, like I said, I'm trying to like distract myself. So I've actually started baking a lot, which I would have never had time to do if we didn't have quarantine. So I've been like before I would just, make like brownie mix that came in like the box, that stuff. But now I'm actually like learning how to do new things, and so I'm trying to find the positives out of it. So that's really fun.
It's really neat to hear. Just again, another indication on focusing on the positive. And it's really funny. I've been doing these just for a couple weeks, and I think you might be like the third or fourth person who's talked about baking from scratch, and it makes a lot of sense because whenever I go to any store, the one thing I can't buy is flour. It seems like that is the hardest thing to get, and I think it's because all you high schoolers are now you have time so you can do the baking.
I know I've heard a lot of people talking about how they've started baking too.
Do you have a favorite thing that you make?
Um, I've made banana bread a couple times, and that's pretty popular in my house. So probably that. It gets better every time.
Excellent, excellent. Speaking of time on your hands, how's this distance learning going? Are you able to keep up okay? Is it working out all right?
Yeah, I mean it's a lot different from regular school, obviously, but I just miss like the one-on-one communication, like in person with you have with your teachers. Like that's what made school fun for me, was like going to the classes, seeing the teachers. And so it's kind of sad not seeing them every day, but I'm still emailing them and talking to them, so it's okay. But yeah, it's pretty different.
Gotcha. So, Ava, when this whole crisis is done, and who knows, it's going to be a while till it's done. Hopefully, sooner than later. What are going to be the first couple things that, when the shelter in place is done, that you're going to want to do?
Probably, of course, see my friends and hang out with my friends, but I really want to go to a restaurant. Like, I miss restaurant food.
Right? Just be able to go sit down, look at that menu, not just get it at the door, right? Get takeout
Yeah,
at the door, but actually go sit down and eat at a restaurant. I'm sure there's a lot of restaurants in town that are hoping a lot of people feel the same way because we need to get them all back and rolling with their businesses.
definitely.
Yeah. So Ava, what's next for you? You're finishing out senior year and, you'll go through on summer. Where are you off to?
Well, I'm still kind of deciding on which college I want to go to. It's either Chico or UC Davis, and I want to be an elementary school teacher, so I'm kind of just trying to figure out what's going to lead me on my best path going forward.
Well, those are two great schools. I don't think you can go wrong. I mean, I'm sure that mom and dad will be super psyched with either because they're both pretty darn close, but far enough away that you can kind of do your own thing, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Do you plan on doing stunt in college if you get the chance?
Um, if I was to go to UC Davis, I would probably try out for their cheer team and then stunt continues through it. So, but Chico, they don't really have a program for that, so it kind of just depends on where I go.
Okay. Is that influencing your decision at all? Like just the thought of that being there, or is that a little bit lower on the totem pole?
I mean, it's definitely something I'm thinking about. Like, it's a positive, but it's not as high as some of the other things.
I gotcha. I gotcha. All right, kiddo. Well, thank you so much for sitting down with me today. As always, it is just wonderful to see your face, and
You too.
um, missed having you there interning this year. So yeah, did you intern this year at all?
Yes, I did at Liberty.
You were at Liberty, and were you with what
Mr.
subject area?
I did Spanish. I wanted to get, like a feel for different types of learning and environments. So,
Absolutely. Very, very cool. All right, kiddo. Well, say hi to the family for me and have an awesome rest of the day, okay?
thank you,
Thanks for sitting down with me.
of course.
Bye.